Welcome everyone. Here's Tom Fry, futurist speaker.
Robert Bond and Michael Short at the University of Southern California in San Diego did a research study in 2009. And they did this fascinating thing. They were trying to analyze how much information we have coming into our heads on a daily basis. And they were researching all of the different forms of media. And they did something pretty interesting. What they did is they turned it into a single common denominator. How many words do we have coming into our heads on a daily basis? As it turns out, the average person in the United States in 2009 had 100,500 words coming into their heads every day, consuming information 11.8 hours a day. And this number is going up 2.6% every year. Doesn't sound like hardly enough. So then the logical question we should be asking then is, where are all these words coming from? Turns out that 41% of all these words are coming from television, 27% from computers. We have 11% from radio. We have 9% from print media. And this 9% is a declining amount because in 1960 it was actually 26%. This is how we're actually trying to speed up the flow of information. Using active contacts, some people are referring to these as smart contact lenses, and these are being developed today. I know when you sit across the table and look at your girlfriend in the eyes, and you see these things in there, it's not the same experience, I realize that. So these things are very smart. They have, I know you can't read all these things here, but they have energy storage, they have wireless communication, and so that somebody that has one of these, or these type of devices in their eyes, when they're looking at that picture at the top, at a plate of food, this is how it gets analyzed. And if you notice off on the far right, bottom right corner, there's an ad. Personally, I don't want ads in my eye. I don't want those. My final story on can print media survive? I think print media is going to get relegated to the niche markets. I think it's going to move into much more lower volumes and be somehow tied to digital media in all the ways that it possibly can. As an example, we can't possibly make pop-up books out of digital media. It's not as much fun. Maybe when we get holographic displays, maybe it will be as much fun, but not at the moment. So I put together some predictions. That print media will experience declining market share for the foreseeable future. 5 of the top 10 book publishers are going to go bankrupt before 2014, and that within 10 years, the majority of libraries will not have books in them. That doesn't mean libraries go away. That means libraries have a whole different business model. In the year 2000, I was asked to come down to Scottsdale, Arizona, and give a talk to the paper industry. TAPI is the Technical Association of the Paper and Pulp Industry. And they wanted me to talk on the future of paper. And so I did. I came down there and we talked about all the electronic inks, the electronic papers that were on the verge of coming out. And I even told them how to take a 1-cent sheet of paper and turn it into a $10,000 sheet of paper by putting a thumbprint recognition system on it so that page would reveal itself to the right person. For certain military secrets, that might make sense. Anyway, I thought it was a cool idea. Are your plans aligned with the wants, the needs, and the desires of the future? Notice I said the needs of the future, the desires of the future, the wants of the future. The future, if it doesn't like what you're doing, it will kill those things. It will. So you have to align yourself with what's happening in the future, not with what's happening in the past. So if you're solving problems from the past, you're not going to be effective in the future. So the question you should be asking is, what does the future want?